y'all? It's Jess. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing the next episode of Unread, Unsolved. The last time we were on here, we're doing kind of two cases at once. We're doing the ongoing case of my daughter Leah, who's missing. Remember, we're playing as Kate Finch, a detective, a suspended detective, but a detective nonetheless. We have a daughter named Leah Finch who has been missing. She has gone missing. We don't know where she is, but we're trying to find her. We're detectives, we gotta find her, right? That's our ongoing case. The new case that we're working on is the case of a gas station owner named Bobby Shaw. And Bobby Shaw was found dead in the woods. We gotta figure out what happened, who did it, and why. We did find out a little nugget of information that Bobby had reported a suspicious van a couple days before his death. He reported a van was creeping up through his gas station in the middle of the night, and he reported it to the cops, but the cops didn't do nothing about it. And then a couple days later, he turned up dead. Was that van connected to what happened to him? We don't know. We're trying to figure that out. Last time we talked to two suspects in that murder case. We talked to Luke Shaw, who is Bobby's husband, and we also talked to Laura. Laura was a suspect in an old case that we did about a rugby player that got drugged and robbed from way back when. We talked about that. I'll post that case at the top here. I think it's over here. I think it's right here. I'll post that for y'all if y'all have not seen that full case, but Laura was a part of that case. We brought her in for this case because she got a connection to this case the same way that she had a connection to the old case. So my good sis is suspicious. I don't know what's going on with her, but we interviewed her last time. Laura gave us some tea last time, and she basically told us that the Iris Club, which is the club where she works, it's a members only club. I don't know if she still worked there because, you know, she's a suspect, but the club where she used to be employed at, she told us that they traffic girls through that club. That's what she said. She said that they traffic girls in that club. She made some crazy allegations last time, okay? And she said, you need to be talking to Victoria Travis. You need to be talking to her because she the one that be looking out for the girls. She in on this scheme, this whole scheme. She a part of it. So we got to talk to Victoria, and we also need to talk to Felix, who is the owner of the Iris Club. We need to talk to both of them because y'all over there trafficking girls. Y'all over there selling girls' dreams, riding out to all these war-torn countries and third world countries, and then bringing girls over to the UK and having them work in the club. So let's go ahead and jump into the next episode. Let's go ahead and see what Felix and what Victoria got to say for themselves and how this is connected to the murder case. I'm not really sure, but I don't know. So y'all remember last time we talked to Laura. So this is me and Eric debriefing about that interview. Eric said, Jesus, Kate, you believe all this? Trafficking and prostitution? Kate, I said, I'm sorry, thinking all this through. She was trafficked into the country and then coerced into prostitution, and Victoria Travis is running it apparently. Eric said, think she's telling the truth? I said, I don't know. She lied to us last time, didn't she? Eric said, yeah. Now she's trying to point the finger and buy some sympathy. And I said, and a reduced sentence. Eric said, she's not the first to try that, is she? I said, would she try another drugging and robbery while on bail for the same crime? Eric said, she seemed desperate for the money. I said, can we check if Bobby went to Iris? See if we could catch her out about knowing him? Eric said, I'll look into that. I said, I believe she's scared though. Eric said, are going to jail? I said, we both thought there was something else with her and that there was something going on at Iris. Eric said, it's horrendous if it's true. I'll get in touch with other girls to see if they back up her statement. Not sure if they'll talk though. I said if Victoria is involved in something like this, she's really manipulative. She's not giving off any signs of it. Human trafficking and prostitution are huge charges. Eric said, and murder. She bought the van. I said it's a question of if she knew what it was for or not. She's claiming to be a legit businesswoman. We looked into her business when she came forward about Leah. It all checked out, didn't it? Eric said it did. I know you've spent some time with her, but how much do you actually know about her? What does she actually do day to day? I said, why would she come forward with info about Leah if she was mixed up in this? Eric said maybe she was worried about it coming out, knew there was some loose ends, so wanted to make friends with a detective. might have been playing the long game. That would be smart if she was doing that. I said perhaps. At the moment, we don't know anything for sure. It's just one allegation from someone we know is a convincing liar who might be saying anything to save her own skin. Eric said, we haven't even talked about Felix. Felix is the owner of the club. If this is all true, what did he know? His interview will be interesting. You got Victoria up first, though. I said, I'm interested to see how she responds when I throw this at her. I'll give Danielle a heads up so we're ready to get Laura into protective custody in case her story checks out. Eric said, good thinking. Victoria is coming in for 3. That'll give you enough time to be ready? I said, yep. He said, let me know if you want to run anything by me first. I said, I know how to deal with her. Okay, while we waiting on Victoria, Eric said, I found out something about Luke. Take a look at your emails. Hold on. Okay, prenuptial agreement. Hey, Kay, Bobby had a prenup. This isn't that unusual, but there's a big reveal on page 4. Have a look. It could be important. Hold on, y'all. What is on page 4? Let's listen. Let's look at this. Read this. Really want to read all this? I guess I will. Okay. This agreement is made between Bobby Shaw and Luke Johns, collectively the parties and individually a party, who are contemplating marriage, each to the other. The parties wish to enter this agreement to provide the status, ownership, and division of property between them, including future property owned or to be acquired by either or both of them. Okay, this is a bunch of legal mumbo jumbo. Hold on. Y'all, that ain't no... There's no page. This is just page 1. Ain't no more pages? Unrd playing games, yo. Why would they only give me... Okay, whatever. It's fine. They only gave me 2 pages of the prenup. In the event of divorce, Luke Johns will have no right to claim any ownership of the house listed as current co-residence, 5 Darwin Road, or Shaw Petrol Station, both of which Bobby Shaw would maintain full ownership of. So, y'all, I'm going to leave this up on the screen. I'm not going to read it. I'm not going to read it for y'all because it's really just a bunch of legal jargon. But what I assume what Eric wants us to know about this is that if Luke and Bobby had gotten a divorce, Luke wouldn't have gotten nothing. He wouldn't have gotten anything. He wouldn't have got rights to the house. He wouldn't have got any rights to the gas station that Bobby owned. He wouldn't have gotten anything, which is what a prenup is, right? And we found out last time, right, that Luke had lost his job. So he didn't have no money, and they were going through problems in their marriage. So it's not looking too good for my bro Luke, like the husband. It's not looking good for him because if y'all were going through marital problems and going through counseling and you lost your job and you had this prenup that said if y'all got divorced, you wouldn't get nothing. And then it also says, like on line 13, basically, like, if something else were to happen, like if it was not a divorce that happened or y'all just severed ties, quote unquote, then this prenup is null and void. So Luke would get all his assets if something were to happen to Bobby. Something did happen to Bobby, right? Something did. He died, right? He was murdered. I said, so Luke would suffer substantially if they were divorced. Where did you get this? Eric said, I spoke to Bobby's lawyer. He said Bobby didn't have a will. I said, which means his business and everything else goes to Luke. Eric said, that's right. Pretty standard as he's his husband. But his lawyer also said that Bobby recently spoke to him about divorce. I said, okay, that's big. He said the lawyer thought Bobby just wanted to know what his options were, testing the water. They signed a prenup before they got married. I said, not much trust from the start of their relationship then. Eric said, doesn't sound like it. Let me pause for a second. Y'all, I'm nobody's millionaire, right? Like I'm not rich at all. You know, I'm comfortable. I am not rich at all. But I don't think that a prenup means that you don't trust a person. I don't think that's true. Maybe that's me. I think a prenup is fine. Like I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. But it's fine. It's fine. I don't agree with them being like, oh, they didn't trust each other from the start of the marriage. No, that's not what prenups are. But okay. All right. Eric said, apparently Bobby demanded this clause was added. Interesting, huh? I said, so Luke might have found out about the divorce talk and murdered Bobby when he panicked about his future. Eric said, it definitely makes Luke a potential suspect. We knew he was struggling since losing his job. The thought of a divorce could have tipped him over the edge. I said, we've seen people murder for less, and he had a cover story ready to go. A suspicious van hanging around, 2 suspicious men. He knew there was no CCTV, nothing to prove the events, but a lot of sympathy from us because we felt responsible for not handling the report more seriously. Eric said, yeah, whatever it is we stumbled into about the Iris Club, there's a real chance that Luke did this. Okay, Eric said Victoria will be ready in 5. I was thinking, maybe I should do this one. I said, Eric, we talked about this, bro. Eric said, I know we did, but I worry you're too close to her. She was a part of Leah's life. Can you be sure that's not going to cloud your judgment? I said, I can't, Eric. I told you that. I know what you're saying. I'd probably say the same thing if I was in your position, but I know what I'm doing. Eric said, I'm not saying you don't. I said, she's not an old school friend. She's someone who might know something about Leah. I built a bit of a relationship in case it helps jog her memory about something that can help me find Leah. That's all. And if we need to, I think I can use this relationship to catch her off guard. Eric said, you sure, Kate? I said, I'm sure. He said, all right, I'm here if you need me to step in.
Kate, what's going on? Why have I been brought in for questioning? What's this about?
Last year, you purchased a transit van with the license plate number LD687YHG. Is that correct?
Kate, what's going on? You know, you look pale. Are you okay?
We believe that you are connected with the murder of Bobby Shaw, and that you have been involved in a human trafficking operation and the sexual exploitation of multiple young women.
Yeah.
Kate, I have no idea what you're talking about.
You purchased the transit van on the Iris account.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Why?
I do a lot of things for Iris. I'm their finance manager. I honestly have no idea what you're talking about. What women? What murder?
Bobby Shaw. He was the local petrol station owner, and he reported your van as being suspicious, and then he was killed. A woman has come forward saying that you are grooming young girls to become prostitutes at the Iris Club.
Prostitutes? Kate, I honestly have no idea what you are talking about.
Why did you buy the van, Victoria?
Why?
Felix asked me to. He was away in New York and I was doing him a favour. Jesus Christ.
Why were you doing him a favour?
Because we work together. He's my friend. I'd do you a favour if you asked me. What is this?
You tell me. Because I think it's pretty unusual to buy a brand new vehicle under your name for someone else.
Right.
Why did Felix say he needed it?
Well, for the club. I don't know exactly. I suppose they wanted it to run errands and so forth. But Kate, if the van is linked to something, then I promise you I know nothing about it.
How much do you have to do with the waiting staff?
Not a lot. I see them from time to time when I go in. But that's it.
A woman who works there told me that she was brought into this country illegally, and that you specifically coerced her into having sex with paying clients.
Oh, for God's sake, this is insane.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
And I believe the witness. So is there something illegal going on at Iris Club?
Listen, Kate. Iris belongs to Felix Unsolved. He's the owner, not me. If something seedy is going on, then you need to talk to him.
Are you sure about that?
Yes. Felix doesn't tell me anything. How would I know what he's up to? You know, I certainly don't know anything about any prostitutes. Come on, Kate. You know me.
I don't know you that well.
Right. No, you're...
I came to you about Leah. I tried to help you. Remember?
Don't bring my daughter into this.
Right. Watch your mouth.
Jesus, Kate, I thought we were
Don't
friends.
do that.
Don't.
Did you know Bobby Shaw?
You're not listening to me,
Just
Kate.
answer my question, Victoria. Did you know Bobby Shaw?
Did you?
Why are you making purchases for the Iris Members Club?
Why?
Why is a woman accusing you specifically of coercing her into having sex with paying
You
clients.
have really lost the plot now, Kate. How dare you accuse me of all of this?
Just answer my questions,
Answer the
Victoria.
question.
I'm not saying another word without my lawyer present.
Okay.
Okay. I suggest you get a good one.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Victoria.
Okay, y'all, let's go to Danielle. This is my supervisor. I said, hey, Danielle, just giving you the heads up that Laura Melnick has raised very serious allegations that she was trafficked into the country and coerced into sex work at Iris. Eric just mentioned it briefly. Do we believe her? I said, I'm not sure yet. We'll know more after interviewing Victoria and Felix. Laura seemed terrified of the people she claims are behind this network. We'll need to move her into protective custody if there's any truth about this. Letting you know so you can get the ball rolling on your end. And Danielle said, thanks, Kate. Appreciate it. Keep me posted. I said, will do. And she said, I'm really interested in how this pans out. Girl, I'm interested too. I'm interested too, Danielle. Eric said, you okay? That felt pretty intense. I said, I did not expect it to go like that. He said, so she claims Felix asked her to buy the van and she doesn't know anything about what goes on at the club? I said, apparently. He said, all pretty convenient. I said, if there's a trafficking ring at the club, surely she'd know about it if she's managing the finances. Eric said, unless they have her handling all the legitimate transactions of the club so they can show they're legit if they're ever checked. But strange she bought the van for him without even asking what he needed it for, just because they're friends. I said, that doesn't sound like something she'd do for a client, unless she's been totally manipulated by Felix in all of this. Eric says, she doesn't seem like the sort who'd be easily manipulated. Do you think their relationship might be romantic? I said, she's never mentioned anything explicit like that, but it might explain why she'd do something like buy a van without questioning it. Eric said, but what about Laura's accusations that it was Victoria personally who oversaw her sex work? I said, not sure what's going on yet. Laura could be trying to save her own neck, like you said. Eric said, throw Victoria under the bus, tie her to the van, use her as a fall guy. I said, bold tactic, but it could work. Eric said, we saw how scared she is of these people linked to the van. Could this be a story they asked her to say? They want the story to stop on Victoria. I said, yeah, that could be happening. Laura's involved with an organized crime group who wants someone else to take the fall. So they point the finger at Victoria, who is linked through her legitimate work to the van. I gave Danielle the heads up about protective custody for Laura. We could speak to her about cutting Laura a deal about the robbery if she's telling us the truth. Eric said, I'll catch up with Danielle later about it. Eric said, why would Victoria need a lawyer if she's done nothing wrong? I said, I was thinking the same thing, but the seriousness of the accusations might make her think she needs to do everything by the book. Or perhaps she's covering for someone. Eric said, there's a chance she's scared of these people too, like Laura. I said, could be. He said, what's your gut saying? I said that there's more to all this, that we've uncovered something at Iris, we just need to work out what. Eric said, same. Do you think Victoria could be capable of something like this? I said, I don't know what to think about her. There's so many things that could be happening. The other interview will help work out the truth. Eric said, see if Felix's story matches hers. I said, 5 p.m.? He said, yep. We'll keep Victoria in holding until we hear from her lawyer. Eric said, hey, Kate, I've been trying to get in touch with the other girls who work at Iris. Haven't been able to reach any of them. I said, think they've been warned not to speak to us? He said, maybe, yeah. It feels like I'm hitting a wall. I'll keep trying. I said, could be Felix putting up some protection. Told the girls not to say anything or else? He said, yep. Also, if the girls were afraid of Victoria, they might see this as a chance to speak out against her now that she's in the station. I said, perhaps. I'll get some answers out of Felix. He said, Felix is in the station now. Gonna keep him separate from Victoria, obviously, and let him sweat out for a bit in holding. Might help you when you get onto him. I said, thank you. I'll call in at 5. All right, let's go.
Hello, Mr. Anson DeVere. We've sat opposite each other twice now, and this is the third time your club has been involved in a serious crime.
What crime? What do you mean?
You have been brought in under the connection of the murder of Bobby Shaw.
I don't know anyone by that name.
And you should know that the police are investigating allegations of human trafficking and sexual exploitation. This call is being recorded. Anything that you say may be submitted as evidence.
What sexual exploitation? Who made these allegations? There's been some sort of gross misunderstanding.
A waitress working at your club came forward to us saying that she was brought to this country illegally and then forced to work as a prostitute at your club.
Which waitress said this?
Don't worry.
I can't disclose that information, I'm afraid. Were you aware that this was happening?
Look, Detective, I can believe that there was something untoward between one of the guests and one of the waitresses at the hotel, but the idea that there is something illegal going on is preposterous. This woman is lying.
Why do you keep the waitresses' passports in your office?
Because they're my employees.
You don't need to keep their passports, just to make a copy of them.
Right.
Because they're away from home. They want me to keep their belongings safe.
It's not a good enough reason.
Right.
Why did you ask Victoria Travers to purchase a van with the licence plate LD68 7YHG? Well, Victoria says that you asked her to purchase a transit van.
I did no such thing.
Why did she buy it under the Iris account then?
I have no idea. Victoria looks after expenses. That's her job. I'm hardly ever there. I'm away in New York most of the time. I am not involved in this. The van is in Victoria's name. Surely you should be asking her, not me.
I'm going to be frank with you, Mr. Anson de Beer. I think that van is being used to bring women illegally into this country who are then being forced to work as prostitutes at your hotel.
What?
And I think Bobby Shaw came close to finding out what the truth was, and that's why he was killed. It was a cover-up job. And I think you've got blood on your hands.
I have no idea who this Bobby is. I have no idea why Victoria bought the van. I wasn't aware of it. I try to take care of my employees as best as I can, but I'm not often there to oversee that everything that is going on is correct or works. I don't know anything about any of this.
The first time I spoke to you, you seemed to be quite proud that you were running your club. You seem to be distancing yourself somewhat from it now.
Victoria bought the van. It's in her name. I don't know about any sex work or murder or exploitations. And honestly, I'm pretty shocked that you're speaking to me in this manner.
So what do you think was going on then, Mr. Anson de Beer? Why is it that the petrol station owner who reported your van is now dead, and a young woman comes forward with allegations?
I never should have got involved with her.
What do you mean? With who?
People warned me about doing business with Victoria, but I ignored them. She's good at her job, and I trusted her.
Okay, so you saying that she's behind all this?
All I'm saying is that I've heard the trouble follows her name. That's all I know.
All right. Well, thank you, Mr. Anson de Beer. I will be in touch if I have any further questions.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Eric said, "You buying this?" I said, "Not really." He was pretty quick to admit that something might have happened at the club. Eric said, "But he knew nothing about it, of course, as he's hardly ever there." I said, "Although he was there when the sculpture got stolen." And Eric said, "And he's there now." Right. Exactly. Eric said, "I'm struggling to get past the thing with the passports. I've never heard of a business owner keeping his staff's passports." I said, "Me neither," and me neither. Suggestions ain't either. Especially if he's as hands-off operationally as he's making out. Eric said, "It's not stacking up." And he was very keen to know who'd made the accusations to us. I said he was. Eric said he's claiming he knows nothing about anything. Bobby, the trafficking, the van. I said, "Did we ever hear back on whether Bobby had been a customer at Iris?" Eric said, "I'm working on it." What did he mean about rumors that trouble follows Victoria? I said, "I don't know. Would he hire her if he'd heard alarming rumors about her? Or would it give him an easy person to point the finger at if she was known to have issues? This is his dad's legacy after all. Why would he take a risk with it?" Eric said, "Would he really not know about a van purchase for the club? It's not like it was a stationary order." I said, "I'm struggling to believe anything he's telling us." Eric said, "Me too. So who's telling the truth in all this?" I said, "I don't know. I need to go get my head straight. It's a lot to process. Give me some time to work through things." Woo, Lord. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea who would kill that man, that Luke man. I mean, the Bobby man. Eric said, "Are you doing okay?" I said, "Not really. Hearing Leah's name from someone who might have been grooming young girls, that's really effing hard to hear." Eric said, "I know. We don't know Victoria did anything worse than buying a van." I said, "I got this horrible feeling, Eric. I can't stop thinking about Leah." Eric said, I'm sorry, Kate. I said, what if she hired Leah to groom her? Eric said, it sounded like they brought in vulnerable girls from abroad and sold them on the life they could have here. These operations want girls with no support network, so the girls are trapped with them. Leah doesn't fit that bill at all, does she? I said, no, she doesn't. Eric said, I know this must be rough. Want me to take it over from here? I said, nope, I need to see this through. Eric said, want me to give you a call? I said, it's all right. Just got to try and clear my head. Look at all the possibilities. Eric said, let me know if you need anything. I'm here for you. I said, has Caleb been in yet? Eric, he said, sorry, Kate. Aaron just told me she hasn't showed up. He's trying to reach her now. I said, what the hell is she doing? I'm going to email her now. And Eric said, careful, Kate. I said, I'm done being careful with her. Oh, shoot. Y'all, Kayla is Leah's best friend. And remember, Kayla told us, I'm going to tell you all the tea. I'm going to tell you all the tea about Leah. She told me to keep some stuff secret from you, but I'm gonna tell you everything later on tonight. And now she missed it. And she was supposed to have an interview at the police station too, to tell some more stuff of what she knows, but she didn't show up. So I hope ain't nothing happened to my good sis. I hope ain't nothing bad happened to her, so she now trying to spill all the information. Okay, let's go to Patrick, y'all. Patrick is my sponsor from my Alcoholics Anonymous group. I said, hey, Patrick, got a couple minutes? He said, hey, Kate, of course. I just escaped the office. What's up? I said, I'm pretty mixed up. One of the suspects in a case I'm working on is connected to Leah, and I've had to interview her. Patrick said, how's she connected? I said, apparently she was her boss from an internship before she went missing. My head's all over the place. I can't think it through properly. I met her a few days ago. Patrick said, shouldn't someone else handle the case? Yeah. I said, I need to do it myself and make sure nothing gets missed. I just know I'm not thinking clearly, and I can't afford to mess this one up. Patrick said, same advice as last time, quick run. I said, I don't have time. I have to sort this out now. He said, it won't happen if you're in a fog. You'll keep going around in circles, remember? I said, yeah, you're right. Okay, I'll quickly sprint around the block. He said, let me know how you feel after. And I said, all right. He said, good luck with the case. Okay, so we just gonna go on a quick little jog, a little brisk jog, get our head right. Okay, a few minutes later, Patrick said, did it help at all? I said, really don't have time to talk right now, Patrick. He said, okay, we need to talk after the case, though. I'm getting really worried about you, Kate. I'm worried about Kate, too, but listen, we got to figure out the case, Patrick. I'm sorry. Okay, Eric messaged me. He said, I finally got my hands on the member info for Iris. Had to push them hard for this. They didn't want to give it up. I said, and? Eric said Bobby Shaw was a member. They told me he'd gone to Iris several times over the last 2 months, most recently shortly before he was murdered. I said, wow, okay. So Laura could have easily met him there, like she did with Ed. Eric said, absolutely. I said, Felix said he never even heard of Bobby. Wouldn't he have known he was a member? Eric said, especially if membership is as exclusive as he made out. I said, another thing that doesn't add up about Felix's statement. I said, what about Leah? Did you get who was at the club the night we think she was there? Eric said, not yet. I've requested all their data. At the moment, they'd only confirm who their members are and about Bobby Shaw's attendance. I said, we need that, Eric. He said, I know, it's on the way. There's something else, Kate. I don't know how to tell you this. I said, just say it. Eric said, Sean was a member at the Iris Club. Sean, my husband? My ex-husband, my trash ex-husband that I cuss out every other episode was a member at the Iris Club. Okay. I'm not even going to spend the energy. My husband trash, y'all. My ex-husband is trash. I said, what? Eric said, I saw his name on the members list. I don't know what else to tell you. I said, how long for? When was he last there? Eric said, I don't know. I won't know anything until we get more info from the club. I said, Jesus, Eric, this is crazy. Eric said, I know. I'm sorry I can't give you more right now. I said, well, find out. Hurry up. Tell me as soon as you got more. And Eric said, I will, I promise. I said, did you tell Felix about the van? He said, no, I didn't tell him anything. Why? I said, this might be nothing, but he said he didn't know anything about the van to start with. But later on, he mentioned that the van was in Victoria's name, twice. Eric said, I guess he assumed it'd be in her name if she bought it. I said, maybe. Like I say, it might be nothing, but wouldn't he be more likely to say she bought the van rather than the van was in Victoria's name? Yeah. Eric said, yeah, it doesn't hold up, does it? Strange choice of words. Implies he knew about the van and that it was in Victoria's name. It slipped out under pressure. I said, that's kind of how it sounded when I played it back. Eric said, listening back to it now, I think you might be onto something, but it's not enough to charge him with anything. I said, I know, I'll keep looking. Eric said, Victoria's lawyer just arrived. They're meeting with each other now. I snuck a peek in, they look tense. I said, good to know. Any word on Kayla yet? And he said, I'm really sorry, Kate, nothing yet. What is going on around here? What is going on with this Iris Club, with Leah, with Kayla, with Victoria, with my trash husband, Sean? Everybody's trash. Everybody's trash or shady or suspicious. What is going on in this place?